What's up, guys? You clicked on this video. I'm really happy you did. Thank you for stopping by. I hope wherever you are, you're having a great time. So without further ado, let's just jump into this video real quick. So if you've been following this channel, you know that I've kind of been on a journey, right? Started out with a single camera, didn't have a whole lot of gear, sound quality was bad. I tried to mask the sound quality with music. I fought wind noise quite a bit, which is a really common thing when it comes to off-roading or any kind of automotive, right? You're always fighting wind noise, especially with a GoPro. And camera quality's not always been that great. Anyways, I came to the conclusion that if I was going to want to produce quality content, I was going to need some quality gear, and there was no way around it. So I'm recording right now on a GoPro Hero 6, and the thing is phenomenal. The main reason I got this camera was for the 240 frames a second. That is going to provide some really awesome slow motion content. So I took it out last weekend to try and capture some footage, and this first clip that I'm going to show you is just footage straight from the GoPro Hero 6, capturing at 240 frames a second. Now you can see in that particular clip, it's buttery smooth. It's sharp, but the colors are a little washed out. When you're capturing, so I tried to do a little bit of research on exactly the best way, to get really high quality slow motion, and it seems the number one thing is light. When you're just capturing that many frames a second and the shutter speed is moving that quickly, if you don't have large amounts of light, then your image can get kind of grainy and kind of washed out, and you can see that in that first clip. The colors are very flat. It's a very dreary day in Michigan, no sun. I think it was like 4:30 in the afternoon, so the sun already had started to set. So it was really noticeable that the colors were very flat. But thanks to editing software in post, you can do this. So in that, I just color corrected it. I added some saturation, some contrast, and it turned out looking pretty good. But the real reason, the really exciting part about the 240 frames a second is this. Now, that video, when it first hits, the slow motion first hits, I take it all the way down to 10% speed, and it doesn't drop a single frame. It is just smooth. I am super excited to be able to use that in 2018 to just capture some amazing stuff, man. Just imagine flying over whoops, and just watching the suspension working. Or just launching it over a jump or something, and catching it all at 240 frames a second. The amount of slow motion that you're going to get. The imagery is going to be really exciting, and I'm really excited to bring that to you guys. But you can see how important the lighting is in that slow motion clip, because I zoom in on the car, and when I zoom in, you can see how overexposed, I don't know the terminology, you guys might know the terminology, but there's graininess in like the blacks. The colors aren't quite as sharp, and that, from what I'm reading, that's because the lighting outside was not the greatest at the time. So when I use the 240 frames a second, if I really want to capture some super crisp stuff, it's important that I do it during a sunny day, or a good time of day. But I'm really excited to be able to have the capacity to do that type of slow motion, as well as learning the ins and outs of the editing software to be able to make some pretty cool clips like that. I thought that clip was kind of cool. I hope you guys enjoyed that clip. And the next piece of the investment that I made, sound quality. So like I said in the beginning of this video, my sound quality, I have been fighting that since day number one. The GoPros don't have the greatest audio, everybody knows that. They have great images, but the quality is just not that great in the audio department. So I actually managed to get the GoPros to sound reasonably well when you're riding. And I did that with a variety of foam encasings as well as backless casings on the GoPros. And the sound is actually, it's usable at this point. But I was going to try and up the game. So I'm going to show a couple of clips. There's 3 of them. In the first clip is me talking inside the car with the GoPro audio versus me talking inside the car with an external mic, and then what the car sounds like when I'm driving on either or, and then again what it sounds like when I'm talking while the motor's running. And then I'll let you guys tell me what you think is the better audio. So in the first clip, this is just me parked, sitting in the barn right over here, recording with the external mic and then recording with the GoPro. This is what it would sound like if I was having a conversation in the car or with somebody directly outside the car. This is what it would sound like if I was having a conversation in the car or with somebody directly outside the car. Now, in this next clip, I'm driving down the road at between 40 and 50 miles an hour, and then I jump it up to like 75 miles an hour. And then you can hear the difference between the external mic and then the GoPro mics. Now, in the last clip, I'm actually talking while I'm driving. So I'm doing a little turnaround and I'm speaking over the tone of the engine. So yeah, what do you think about this one? If I was talking inside the car with the motor on, this is what it sounds like. So I actually kind of think that the driving audio sounds better on the GoPro. If I had to just say, you know, just straight sound from the motor, I think that the GoPro audio actually picks it up a little bit better. And I think that that's kind of because the GoPro is in a protective case, so you kind of have like this this muffled sound, you know, so it almost kind of seems like it amplifies the deepness of the exhaust, and I think that sounds kind of cool. But there is no question that the actual audio, like the crispness of the audio, especially from talking while I'm driving or, you know, just talking in general, the external mic is far superior. But I want your guys' feedback. I mean, ultimately, you know, I'm trying to provide the best quality content that I can for you guys. You know, that's why, you know, I invest in the channel. That's why I continue to educate myself with the editing quality. I'm trying to build something that you guys will enjoy spending time watching. So what do you guys think sounds better? I'm really interested to hear, because honestly, I'm kind of torn, you know, on when I would use external audio versus when I would just use the GoPro audio. I mean, I have them both now, so obviously I'm going to be using them both. The external audio is a lot more work because you have to sync it up, you know, and you have to dub it over the GoPro audio, but that's fine, you know, that's all right. And my last example, this example is just right here, right now. So I'm recording with my GoPro, and I have the external mic plugged in. So this is the way it sounds. I'm assuming that it probably sounds reasonably well. And then this is what it sounds like on the GoPro audio. So now I'm talking, and the GoPro audio is what I hear, is what you're hearing. So I've done lots of recordings with the GoPro audio in this particular barn, and the sound always sounds very muffled and far away, kind of like your head's in a coffee can, sort of. And I'm just going out on a limb. I'm imagining that's probably what you're hearing right now. So we're gonna go back to the Rode mic now. So what does all this mean? Cool, you know, you got all you got all this new hardware, you got all this new gear. What it means is 2018, I'm gonna be bringing you guys some stuff in quality. I'm really excited for what 2018 has to offer. My cousin, he's involved. My buddy Matt, who was the one who bumped into me on his quad, he's involved. So I kind of got this little squad together, and everybody is on board with what I have, you know, in my head, and they're going to help me bring it to life. So if you're interested in what an off-road lifestyle looks like, I encourage you guys to hit that subscribe button. I know that I've just been posting riding videos a lot lately because I'm just trying to keep the content going. It is literally 7 degrees outside. Hard to get out and ride all the time. So I appreciate you guys bearing with me with just the 3-5 minute clips of riding. Literally, I'm just trying to keep the content coming so that the channel doesn't like go weeks without upload. And once we get to spring and summer, you guys are going to want to stick around to see what that's all about. I hope that if you were to go back and view some of my earlier videos, and then you were to watch some of the videos that I'm producing now, you can clearly see a growth, and that growth is not going to stop. It's just going to keep going. I'm committed to bringing the best product that I can make. So if you're with me, then hit that subscribe button, hit that like, drop a comment down below. Let me know what you thought about the comparisons here today. And I'm going to post down below all the gear that I bought. So if you're interested in knowing what actually I'm using to run this setup, I'll post it down below. And if there's enough interest on it, maybe I'll actually do a full video breakdown on kind of what my setup is. Because I'm a firm believer that when the tide rises, all ships rise. I will see you guys very soon. I thank you guys sincerely from my heart for the support, and I am really excited for what 2018 has to offer. So I will see you guys soon. Thanks.
You got moves, buddy.